Hello, hello. It appears we are live. All right, guys. So I am coming at you today. I am recording an episode of my podcast, actually, and I thought it would be really cool to air it in some of my groups. So this is my business page, which is just called Lindsay Dollinger, my name, obviously, or the Social Selling Sisterhood Squad, which is my free group for women in direct sales, network marketing. You don't have to be in either of those. It's just really good for selling online in general. And I'm hoping to start doing these as well as video podcasts on YouTube. So I thought it'd be really cool for you guys to kind of see behind the scenes. Normally, I have notes typed out on my computer, but as our power was going out yesterday, thankfully, it only went out for a few minutes back and forth, but I was like, okay, I don't want to start doing stuff on my computer or start recording something and for, it to get lost or fried. So today we're coming at you old fashioned. I got this fun, I guess I have to explain what it is for my podcast people. This is just a pad of paper and it says, think it, want it, get it. And I absolutely love that. And I saw this tablet at Marshall's yesterday when I was out shopping. It was like $3.99. I'm like, okay, I need this. And then I just started writing out podcast ideas. And so today, long story short, we're going to talk about investing in yourself because this is something, guys, that you will never, ever, ever regret doing. I promise you'll never regret doing it. And sorry, my light is kind of poor. This is where I always record. It's actually kind of dark. And I have like the window behind me, so it's not helping, but whatevs. This is real life. I have my speaker. Can you see it? My microphone over here, it's red. And this is, I don't know the official term for it, but I call it like a spit guard. It's like the thing over it so that when you say your P's and T's, it makes them not so like fierce sounding. So anyway, I hope everyone can hear me okay, because I actually cannot hear through my headphones. I don't know. I'm not techie. Ooh. All right. I cannot turn off the computer as I'm doing this. So anyway, guys, so investing in yourself, you're never going to regret it. So I'm going to talk about some ways that you can invest in yourself more as like your personal everyday life, ways you can invest in yourself that are free, and then some things that cost minimal money and some ways to invest in yourself when you're ready to like truly up level your business, next level, go above and beyond, like you're doing it. Okay. So some free and minimal cost things that you can do. Very first off is you need to find a daily routine that works for you. This is going to look different for everyone. So there's those books like the 5 a.m. What is it? There's the Miracle Morning. There's something about the 5 a.m. I forget what it is, but there's a 5 a.m. book. There's all kinds of books about starting super early. I know Rachel Hollis does her last 90 days. She actually did something at the beginning of the year. I think she might have even done the first 90 days this year. And it's all about getting up an hour earlier. Well, that's all fine and dandy if you're a morning person, if that is when your mojo is up and going and you love it. But like for me, I'm not going to lie. I'm not a morning person. I need to like start talking over here more. I'm not a morning person. So I already get up for my teaching job, like max at 5:30. Like that's me sleeping in and like, oh crap, like I'm not going to have time to do my hair the way I want to, like last minute, that kind of jam. So for me getting up another hour early, guys, trust me, I've tried it, but it does not work for me. My creative juices aren't flowing. My people aren't online for me to chat with at 4:30. So like at least for my, my workout routine, working my business, that comes for me, after work time. So it totally depends on what kind of schedule you have. So don't feel bad if you're not a person who can get up at the crack of dawn or before the crack of dawn, if that's not your energy. So, but some things that can really help you work for you. So meditation, I've really gotten into this lately. And it's super helpful that my new fancy Peloton app has a ton of meditations that come with it. And guys, there's meditations for everything. For good energy, there's meditation for if you need to calm down, for forgiveness, for grace, for yourself and for others. Meditation for sleep. I mean, like literally any sort of meditation to focus yourself for the day. Anything like that. Affirmations, positive affirmations. I just got also at Marshall's where I got my notepad, I forget what they called it, but something along the lines of like it's not quite a gratitude journal. it might have even been like a meditation journal. There's like 4 pages for every day, and it leads you through prompts like I'm excited about, I'm worried about, like just kind of like getting some of that out. And my goal anyway is to do it. There's a morning and an evening section. So I would like that to be like my unwinding at the evening. And if I can get up in enough time in the mornings, like a way to like ground my day. But some other things that I do for my daily routine, I have a Bluetooth shower speaker that just is in my shower. So I get up, my coffee's all ready to go, my clothes are all picked out, like literally everything is ready to rock and roll. So I know I'm not going to be standing in front of the closet trying to find something. My lunch is packed, snacks are in my bag because you got to have snacks, right? And so like I let my dog out, I come upstairs, I get in the shower. And while I'm letting my dog out, my phone is uploading podcasts that dropped the night before. So it's like uploading with all the newest podcasts. And I quickly pick one. I put it on 1.5 speed because I listen to everything on 1.5 speed. So sorry, I talk really fast. And I think I talk so fast when I'm doing these because I'm used to hearing other people on 1.5 speed. So if you're listening to my podcast, you might not be able to listen to it on 1.5 speed. So anyway, and I just listen to something and I get my mind in like the right frame of mind. So I usually listen to that. Then while I'm getting ready, let my dog out again, get on my stuff, get in my car, and I have a 25-minute commute. And in my commute, I am listening to podcasts every once in a while if I'm just like, just really not feeling it. There was a day last week and I just turned on music. So you just have to be able to like read, like, what do you need? Like, what does your body need? What does your brain need? And that's my routine. I go to work. I fit in times to work my business and respond to some messages during my lunch break. I check my phone again when I get off work. I drive home listening to the podcast. I usually call my dad and chat with him on my car ride home. That usually gets me home. And then once I get home, that's part of my routine as well. Like that's a big chunk of my routine. Oh my gosh, I just had a notification go off so loud. Okay, I need to get off there. It was so loud in my ear. Okay. And I really wish I could tell if like people could hear me, but oh well. I guess I'll just do all this talking when no one can hear. What was I saying about that? Oh, when I get home. So I have a decision. Like I'm usually pretty tired. Like tonight I went to a doctor's appointment. I got a cortisone shot in my wrist, which is why I'm not really doing much on my computer. So I'm like, I can talk. I can record podcasts and do videos because then I don't have to use my wrist for that. So my left wrist is just sitting over here chilling. So like obviously some things like that change, but usually I jump on my bike, do a bike ride for however long I want to or need to for that night. And then I get to messaging people. I follow up with my team. I respond to team messages. I do my business DMOs, but then I also make dinner, pack my lunch, and like the routine for the evening kind of goes into the routine for the next day. So invest in yourself. And I guess what I'm really trying to get at is you deserve to have a routine that works for you. So you deserve to put things into your schedule when and where it best serves you. So if like for weekends, I really like to get caught up on laundry. Sunday nights, I like to clean. Like I like to make sure everything is clean for a Monday work week, fresh start. I don't have to worry about anything else, right? Dishes are done at night before I go to bed. Like that's just me. So you need to figure out what works for you, what gets your brain in a clear space. And guys, if you are not moving your body in some sort of way, whether that's yoga, walking, running, riding your bike, doing anything, like it will help your business so much. Just that stress relief, that clarity. So don't put like, there's times where I'm like, okay, I can either work my business tonight or I can do my 45-minute bike ride. While working my business is very important, I have never not like worked my business during the day. I also deserve to have that time. So don't think that you don't deserve to have that time. And spoiler alert, there are definitely, since I'm on a bike for most of my workouts, some of the workouts, like one last night, it had like a 7-minute stretch and it was all at the same speed. So I was responding to messages at that time. So you can double dip in some things. Okay, moving on. Something else you need to make sure you plan for, going along with like the meditation, the yoga, you need to find something that you enjoy doing that is relaxing. If that is once you work in your business for an hour tonight, from 8:30 to 9:15, you're going to watch an episode of a show on Netflix, then do it. Or if you only have time to watch half of that, but it makes you happy, then do it. Okay. So do something that is relaxing to you, whether it's taking, if you want to take a bath, do it. Okay. So do something that's relaxing. None of that stuff costs money. So do those sort of things. And it's even better if you can do like you're relaxing while you're like walking and you're like killing two birds with one stone. I'm a big fan of that. Okay. So when you're planning your work schedule, this kind of goes into investing in yourself, because I feel like you're going to have more time to invest in yourself more with my other ideas that I'm going to mention. Is I can't stress enough the value of a power hour. So, just really dedicated time. And guys, it doesn't even have to be a full hour. You can split it into 20-minute chunks. You can split it into 15-minute chunks. You can do a half an hour. You can do literally you can break it into however you want. If you have big goals and you have big dreams, you're going to need to work at least an hour on your business a day, minimum. Okay. So like if you're wanting it to like grow and explode, you're probably going to have to do power hours, plural. They don't all have to be in a row, right? So like I come home, I either work out or work on my business for about an hour. Then I do whatever the thing is that I didn't do. I do dinner, pack lunch, like I do all the kitchen stuff at once, put on pajamas. And then I have about an hour, maybe an hour left before I would like to start getting ready for bed. So then that's work time. So my time is split up in addition to what I've done a little bit in the morning before school, what I've done at lunch. Okay. And that's like Sunday through Thursday. Friday and Saturday, I work a little longer, usually, depending on what's going on. So I cannot stress enough a power hour. Also, I really like, especially now that I'm going back to work, and I honestly, you know what, even this summer too, because it's really easy when you don't have something like, okay, so when I'm at work, I know like I cannot be doing anything for my Color Street business between 6:30 and really about 3:30 every day, right? I'm just like busy. I'm either driving, I'm at work, I'm eating lunch, I'm doing all the things with school, all that, right? So, then it kind of forces me, like if I want to work my business and I want to get it in, then I'm going to have to do it before 6:30 or after 3:30. And I know my goal is to get to bed by 9. So like where am I going to fit it in? So that kind of helps a lot, because even in the summer, you could sleep in and then you're like, oh, I think I'll go shopping. I don't know. I think I'll go shopping. I think I'll go to the pool. And then it's like nighttime and you're like, oh, I didn't get done my 3 things for my list. So I like to plan like a top 3 things that have to be done before you go to bed. So like mine today was a podcast. Okay. It was a podcast, getting my StreamYard attached to my YouTube Live, which was like a whole debacle. Like I have no idea why that was as hard as it just was, but whatever. Was doing that. And then I don't forget. Oh, scheduling my posts for next week and my Social Selling Sisterhood Squad. Done and done. This was my 3rd thing, okay, that I had to do for today. So pick your top 3 things that you have to do to move your business or businesses. I know some of you are building more than one forward, and just get them done. Make it like, I don't know if you listen to Jessie Lee's podcast, The People's Mentor, but she's like, I don't go to bed until I get my 3 things done. So something to think about. Sometimes my things, guys, are like tomorrow, my thing is I need to call the vet to get Bella in for her shots so that she can keep going to school, because her shots are going to expire soon. So, sometimes it's not even something that's hard. That is that hard. I cannot speak English today. But it's just something that I've been putting off because it is so easy, right? So, some other things to invest in yourself. This one's also free. Find a success partner. Guys, this is free. I would recommend it be someone not on your team. And there's a few reasons for this. One, if your team is amazing and supportive, like the team of ladies that I work with, we already cheer each other on. We all already know what each other's goals are, what each other is struggling with. We're like very vocal about that. We share about that all the time. We have all kinds of, chats, and our group is very active. So a success partner from our team is not quite as effective as a success partner maybe like on the bigger team you're on, or even someone not on your team, but maybe in the same industry. I do find it helpful if they are in the same industry, just because they know the logo. I told you guys my speaking is off today. They know the lingo of your company. They know the incentives. They know how hard it is to make these jumps you're talking to. And it might be kind of difficult if you're working with someone from a different company. However, there are perks to working with people that are not in your industry, right? Maybe, you guys know I sell nail polish strips. When talking with people, I had a party with a girl who does the lashes, the fake lashes the magnetic ones. And the way she did her party was completely different than the way I do my parties. So I learned something from that. So find a success partner, and then pick a time. Like maybe we're going to meet, we're going to chat every Monday, and it doesn't have to be an hour of your time. It can be like a quick Voxer or a voice memo. It can be a quick, like, how's it going? I have one. She's like on like the biggest team I'm on, but like not a close team I'm on, if that makes sense. It makes sense if you're in direct sales, you know what I mean? And we met through like a Columbus networking like group. And gosh, I think we've been success partners officially. I don't even know, like last year sometime. We haven't checked in as much the past couple months, probably just, but we were doing it real great for a real long time. And it's a really nice way to hold each other accountable, cheer someone else on, hear what's working and what's not working for someone else, validate that, okay, good, that didn't work for me either. Okay, we need to figure out something else. It's just a really nice way to get different perspectives. So I encourage you to find a success partner. Easy, cheap, free way, cheap, free. It's not cheap, it's free. Free way to invest in yourself and just help yourself up level, right? You guys know this next one, personal development. I talk about it all the time. If you're on my team, I'm sure you're so sick of hearing about personal development. Sorry, not sorry. Personal development, so important. And guys, I put this off for the longest time with my first company. I was like, dude, I am confident. I know all the things. I don't need self-development. Like, I don't know how I can develop myself further, right? But guys, it really changed my energy. It changed my outlook, and it helped not only my direct sales business, but also it helped my school, my teaching, right? It helped me look at that all differently. It helped me look at, the employees, my fellow coworkers that I work with. So personal development books, whether you're reading them or listening to them, you can listen to them on Audible. One of my teammates sent me, oh gosh, I don't think I'll be able to find it quick enough, sent me a link to something else that's sort of like Audible today. So you might think about that. Podcast, you guys know podcasts are my jam. And YouTube. Guys, when I started, I didn't know what podcasts even were. I'm sure they were around, but I did not even know what they were. So I went on YouTube, and I've shared this story a little bit before, but my immediate upline left the company that I'm with, left Collar Street, guys, probably a month into the business. And I was like, okay, what do I do? Like, I really want to build my company. I don't know where to look. Like, I don't really have much direction right now. So I went to YouTube. And I typed in the name of my company, and I typed in different business keywords like how to throw a successful Color Street party, Color Street hostesses, Color Street stylists. And then I typed in different things, the similar things for direct sales, for network marketing, and just like binged listened to a variety of people. I listened to Rob Sperry's stuff online. Oh gosh, there's just so many. Tony Robbins, like just anyone that you can imagine. I found them on YouTube. I listened to them, and I had that YouTube playing when I was grading papers, when I was planning for stuff at home. That was kind of like in the place of my podcast. But don't discredit all the free stuff that is out there, guys. Like, you almost literally would never need to pay for anything. The only thing you're paying for, when I'm getting ready to talk about this, is accountability. Everything else, any piece of knowledge you could want to know, is out on the internet. Okay. You just need to Google it, type it into YouTube, and just take a little initiative, but I promise you can find it. So that's free. So invest in yourself. Take advantage of all that free stuff that is out there. Okay. A couple last things. One, this isn't quite investing in yourself, but but as a reminder to invest in yourself. So as a reminder to follow your routine, as a reminder to listen to your podcast. Like if you're not quite in that routine yet, set reminders on your phone. Okay. So like have those reminders go off. If you need to remember to fill up your big jug of water at night, so you take it in the morning, set it as a daily reminder so it dings. I have so many daily reminders in my phone. I'm like, oh yeah. Anytime someone like I agree to do something, one, I either have to do it right away, or two, it has to be a reminder in my phone. So take advantage of those reminders in your phone. And take advantage of free groups. So I have this broadcasting right now in the Social Selling Sisterhood Squad. It is my free group for women building their direct sales, network marketing, any sort of social selling business. So take advantage of those. Get in those groups, comment on the posts, meet other members in there. Don't spam them, but like legitimately meet them. And mine's not the only group that is like this. There's so many free groups out there. So take advantage of those groups that are offering personal and professional development to you for free, and just really soak in, ask the questions, give other people feedback, ask for feedback, share an idea in the group. You can make a post. You don't have to like ask to make a post. Throw up a post, ask what people think of your idea. Like take advantage of that free feedback, because that's what that is. All right, guys. Now things that cost, and it's going to be a variety of costs, but here are some ways you can invest in yourself to up-level yourself in your business. You can find a planner that really works for you. Okay. So if your phone's not cutting it, if that Erin Condren planner that you bought last year is not cutting it, like really look around for planners that work for you. And direct sellers, network marketers, I'm actually creating a digital planner. So you guys are hearing it here first. But so find a planner that works for you so that you can plan and get your life in check. Okay. Graphics, branding, Linktree, and a website. All things that you can invest in. You can invest some money into getting a few graphics, especially if you can't figure out Canva. Or here's another one, invest in Canva. Because Canva, the premium Canva, is amazing. If you do not have it, or you've never played around on it, it's so good. So, invest in some things. Take a look at some of the top leaders in your company's page, like their Facebook pages, and check them out. Like what kinds of things are they posting? They probably have some sort of brand, right? They have something that like when you see that, you're like, oh, that's Monica. So invest in some graphics if you can. Some branding. And by branding, I mean like, a branding coach. You can Google it, guys. You can Google all this stuff and find it for free. Or you can pay for the accountability and the extra, professional input, and get some branding done for you. A Linktree is actually free. There's an upgraded version you can get. I think it's $6 a month. I have it right now for my Color Street business. I'm probably going to switch to the free one as I am getting ready to, tying into the next one, redo my website. And a website's not for everyone. I'm not going to lie. Not everyone in direct sales needs a website. However, if you're really looking to build a brand and create a legitimate community that is not just your product, but it's about you, a website is really nice. And we can talk about that more in a different episode, but that's an investment. You can invest in a virtual assistant. Not gonna lie, I have one. I hired a virtual assistant probably May. It was probably May. She's a girl in my mastermind group. Absolutely love her. She's super sweet and very helpful. She doesn't work hours and hours in my business, but she really helps me with some follow-up messages, posting. She can do emails. She posts my transcripts and my podcast to my website. So, there's lots of things a VA can do. So just ask questions. You don't have to hire someone when you talk to them for the first time. Find someone that's a good fit for you. But a virtual assistant, super helpful. Some things that you can do to invest in yourself, like kind of indirectly. We do a meal service. So like the box meals that come. So we use Green Chef, and they bring 3 dinners a week. Sometimes there's room. Yeah, usually there's leftovers. Depends how hungry it is. We could definitely buy it where we could make leftovers for sure. Right now, we just get, I think, the 2 serving dinners. Sorry, my wrist is starting to bother me. So you can outsource food. You can do like the click list at your grocery store to save you a little bit of time, right? So right now I'm thinking about things that can save you time so that one, you're less stressed, and two, you can use that time in your business where like your zone of genius kind of has to be, right? Childcare. If you don't have childcare, if you're a stay-at-home mom, if you you find yourself, you're the one taking care of the kiddos on the weekends and you would really like a couple hours to work on your business, maybe it's time to hire out a sitter for a couple hours or do a swap. This works so well. I know some friends of mine do this, and one of them watches all the kids for 2 hours and then the next one watches the kids for 2 hours. And I think they might even be in the same house, but the person working just like goes to their basement, gets all their work done, and then they like swap. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so smart, right? So if there's a mom that lives close by to you, that she doesn't even have to be on your team, but reach out. What a great way to take advantage of your resources and your time. And then house cleaning. This is something that I have been it's been on my list for a really long time. And at some point in the school year, this is going to happen for us. But investing in someone to come in and help you clean your house, whether it's once a week, once a month. I know some girls on my team recently have used their Color Street paychecks for that. And I'm like, that is amazing. So that's definitely on mine too. Okay, guys, we're nearing the end. I promise. I think. Yeah, there's no back page. We're good. All right. So next is, and now I'm going like higher up in the money now. Mastermind groups. So these would be groups, and I'm thinking like price point, like starting at like $30 a month. And I can think of a couple off the top of my head. The Boss Beauties have one. And I'm in that one. And Melanie Mitro and Katie Ersta have one. It's called the Chic Influencer Community, I believe. Their podcast is the Chic Influencer Podcast. Now I'm like doubting myself, and I'm pretty sure that's right. And then they have a community you can join. So basically what these ladies do in these groups, these are just two off the top of my head, but I can name a lot more. They're membership wouldn't call that a mastermind group. These are membership groups. And they give you like post prompts. They do like a monthly training. They might do more. And like I said, it costs around $30 a month, but you're in there with women who are like-minded, who want to level up and who want to like kind of dip their toes into the paying for an investment. Okay. And it helps hold you accountable. Honestly, it helps hold you accountable when you're putting a little bit of money toward your business. And also, guys, this is a tax write-off. Did you hear that? It's a tax write-off. Hint, you want tax write-offs. You are a 1099 independent contractor if you are in direct sales or network marketing, and probably if you're in social selling as well. So you want all the tax write-offs you can get, especially if you're in your first year of business. So sign up for one, sign up for both. Look around for others. There are definitely others. I know, Ray Higdon has one. I'm pretty sure Rob Sperry has one. So those I keep calling them mastermind groups, membership groups. And another thing you can pay for is a lot of times within those membership groups or those same group of people who I call network marketing coaches. They also do like trainings, like shorter trainings. It might be an 8-week long training. Those are usually like more pricey. Like the one I'm thinking of with Chic Influencer is like around the $1,000 price point, I believe. So they do things like that, but they might even do like one-day things. Like I've bought a ton of things from Rob Sperry this year because his are at the like $19 to $39 price range. And I'm like, oh, $39. Yes. $39. Yes. And I'm like looking back and I'm like, oh my gosh, I just spent all this money with Rob Sperry. So they can add up quickly. It's not a bad thing though, because one, you're investing in yourself. Two, when you're actually paying money in those investments, you're more likely to act on them, right? And three, you want the tax write-off. Just telling you, you do. Okay, so those are membership groups. I kept calling them mastermind groups. Then there are mastermind groups. Mastermind groups are a little harder to find. I am in a mastermind group because my coach Nellie also does some one-on-one coaching, but I'm in a mastermind group. It started in March and it goes until next March. And basically what it is, and each one's going to be different, but the one that I'm in provides a weekly, like a group coaching call. And it's like like led, like there's certain things that we're going to get through. So it's like planned out. And then there is a monthly call, virtual call. There's prompts, and we all have access to each other. And when you're in a mastermind, you're really like helping each other out. You're hearing lots of different perspectives. So masterminds are different than memberships. Masterminds are much more pricey. And when you're choosing a mastermind, again, it's a great tax write-off. But two, I really want you to figure out if you mesh well with the coach, because that's super important. If you're going to be able to actually commit to what you were signing up for, because like, okay, so this was a stretch for me because I knew the meetings were from 2 to 3:30 and I'm at school till 2:45, but they're recorded. I can listen to them from 2:45 to 3:30, and I could listen to them all summer long, my breaks, things like that. So I was like, okay, so I had to decide when I signed up for this mastermind, was what I was going to get out of it potentially higher, like worth more value than had I not signed up? And 100% the answer is yes. So I want you to ask yourself those same questions as you're looking for mastermind groups. And guys, there are mastermind groups everywhere. You just have to do your research a little bit and find one that vibes for you. Very last thing, the highest tippy top after you've done your mastermind or while you're in your mastermind, one-on-one coaching. One-on-one coaching is like the creme de la creme of investing in yourself in your business. Okay. So this is going to look like finding a coach, again, who has done what you want to do and gotten the results you want to get, and is still personally developing him or herself, still pushing to go further him or herself. Okay. So lots of times I've seen coaches who claim to be, these awesome coaches, and maybe they are, but they're not doing anything more than, they're not moving their business forward anymore. And I'm like, how do you even know what strategies you're trying out if you're not even trying them yourself? Like how do you know what strategies you're telling me to use if you're not trying them yourself? So you want to watch someone, get to know them, form a relationship with them, and then decide if you want to spend the investment in coaching. And guys, coaching doesn't have to be like a weekly or monthly thing. Maybe it's like you want to hire someone for an hour to bounce your ideas for your next 90 days of your business, and you do it once every 90 days. That's totally fine. You just need to find someone that you want to work with for that and be prepared to pay the cost, because especially if you're not doing it weekly and like getting a discount for doing that, it's going to be pricey, but it should be worth it if you're picking the right person. All right, guys. So, my throat's I'm like starting to lose my voice after talking to school all day and then going through that list. So we started off this with things that were free and minimal cost, like, your daily routine, meditating, doing things to relax, really getting yourself in a good mind state, is that a word? State of mind, mindset, to do your work, to be the best person you can be. You have to do that. This means getting rid of all the toxicity. If people are in your life and you're like hating on you, no time for that. We don't need that, right? So get all that away, get in the environment that you want to get in, take your time, declutter your space, feel really zen about it, feel really good about it. And then you're going to work your business. This is like, investing in yourself, guys, means giving yourself devoted time that you deserve to work on your business. Whether this means like asking like hubby, hey, I have really big goals for my business. So for the next 30 days, will you do bedtime? For the next 30 days, will you, do dinner? I don't know. I don't have a hubby. I just heard this recommendation on Fraser Burke's podcast and I was like, oh, that's so smart. But, invest in yourself in those ways. Don't be afraid to ask for those things that can help you. Okay. And then we moved into finding Facebook groups, free ones like the Social Selling Sisterhood Squad, finding a good planner, investing in graphics, branding, Linktree website, if any of those things pertain to you. And then using a VA, outsourcing some things, mastermind groups, and private coaching. Okay, so that's a really big list. Now what? I would recommend you start small. Like, do not be like, okay, here's my list of things that Lindsay said to get done. I'm doing all of these starting tomorrow. No, you will epically crash and burn and fail if you try to implement all of these tomorrow. So maybe you just start with the top 3 things. What are your 3 things you're getting done tomorrow? Maybe you're adding one of these things. Maybe tonight before you go to bed, you're going to do a 5-minute meditation. Guys, you don't have to have the Peloton app to do it. Go to YouTube. Remember me mentioning YouTube? Go to YouTube, type in sleep meditation. I guarantee you'll find something. Maybe you download some podcasts for your commute for tomorrow. Like that's a really easy way to start and invest in yourself, right? Maybe you're going to take your phone and you're going to schedule in your work time, just like it was a workout, just like it was a meeting, stuff. When we schedule it, it gets done. When we don't schedule it is when the stuff doesn't get done, right? Maybe you are going to start saving up money for a coach or for a mastermind. And guys, definitely reach out to me. I have a lot of really good, well, in my opinion, really good, but I have a lot of really good suggestions for free groups, masterminds, membership groups, just people's programs that you can buy that I have bought, especially depending on your industry and what you're looking for. So let me know if you need support with any of that. I hope this was helpful for you. If you have any more ideas on ways to invest in yourself, if you were watching this on Facebook, please drop it in the comments. And if you were listening on the podcast, shoot me a DM, find me on Facebook or Instagram. And guys, if you loved this, and this is what I say at the end of all my podcast live viewers, but if you loved this, I would love if you would share with someone, tag someone in the comments. Gosh, guys, it was my first day back to work after a 3-day weekend. Can you tell my brain is like fried? It's like getting dark outside now. What is this shenanigans? It's only 8:00. But tag a friend in the comments who might need to hear some of this stuff. Share it with your groups, with your audience. If you're listening on your podcast, take a screenshot, share it, and leave me a 5-star review. I would really appreciate it. And let me know if you guys liked this style, like the live video podcast, if you liked kind of the behind the scenes. If so, I can start doing them this way. It's really not as intimidating as I thought it was going to be. All right, guys, have a great rest of your night and have a great rest of your week. Bye.